Good morning. Let's go to Primark. Fast fashion can be defined as cheap, trendy clothing that samples ideas from the catwalk or celebrity culture and turns them into garments in high street stores at breakneck speeds to meet customer demand. The idea is to get the newest styles on the market out as fast as possible so shoppers can snap them up while they're still at the height of their popularity and then sadly discard them after a few wears. It plays into a toxic system of overproduction and consumption that's made fashion one of the world's largest polluters. Some of your most loved brands like Primark, H&M and even the more expensive Urban Outfitters are still fast fashion. If you have a question mark over a brand, try checking to see whether they sell hundreds of items, fishing low costs, discounts and sales. More often than not, they're fast fashion. Fast fashion companies contract suppliers who set up large factories in countries that have cheaper labour costs and less strict environment regulations in order to maintain lower prices for their consumers. Clothing is mainly manufactured in developing countries as they often have lower wages and do not have the environmental legislation in place to stop the negative effects of clothing production. The top clothing exporting countries include China, European Union, Vietnam and Bangladesh. From the very moment a garment is formed, there are environmental costs. During textile production, toxic chemicals from factories pollute nearby rivers, aquifers and communities. This directly affects the health and lives of those who are producing clothes and live near the factories. Throughout the process of clothing manufacturing, those who are making the clothes are put at risk and their environment is deteriorated in order to meet the demands of the consumers in the developed countries. As consumers worldwide buy more clothes, the growing market for cheap items and new styles has taken a toll on the environment. On average, people bought 6% more garments in 2014 than they did in the year 2000. Fashion production makes up 10% of humanity's carbon emissions, dries up water sources and pollutes rivers and streams. What's more, 85% of all textiles go to the dump each year, and washing some types of clothes sends thousands of bits of plastic into the ocean. As mentioned previously, the outsourcing of the fashion supply chain is due largely in part to lower wages in developing countries. While this is good for profit margins, many of these workers are struggling to make a livable wage, with many living under the poverty line. The minimum wages in the top garment exporting countries are very low, with many just barely falling above the World International Bank's poverty line of $1.90 a day. These estimates also only include those working in the formal economy rather than in the informal economy, where wages may be even lower. Beyond low wages, many garment workers work in unsafe and unsanitary conditions. A major example is the collapse of the Rana Plaza building in 2013 in Bangladesh that killed over 1,000 garment workers. At the time when the factory was producing clothes for Canadian brands such as Joe Fresh, unfortunately these dangerous practices are not common. Many garment workers speak of managers that beat them when trying to create workers' unions and windows that are barred shut. However, these factories are the only way that these people earn money, so we are raised with the dilemma that they're not getting paid nearly enough to live on, but little is better than nothing. Let's try some clothes on. So I'm just going to show you what I got, how much it cost, and where it all came from. Hi, Megan from the future. I'm just going to interject here. I know it's kind of hypocritical for me to be buying and wearing fast fashion when I'm doing this documentary to inform people of how bad it is, but I can't afford sustainable clothes. They're just too expensive for the young person like me to be able to afford. And I think that's another reason why fast fashion is so popular. But there's even brands like Urban Outfitters and Zara that sell some really expensive items, but they're still fast fashion. So first off, there's these joggers. They're really comfy inside, they're really nice, and they obviously just have the drawstring on the outside. They were £5 and made in Cambodia. And this white top, and I also got this green one which goes with the other top. The elastic kind of it is a bit uncomfortable, but I think it's really nice and cool for the summer, and if I do get to go on holiday, fingers crossed, we have a nice summer here anyway. These tops were £4 each and were made in Bangladesh. There's also this blue top which is a little bit baggier on the sides, but again thought it would be great if we do get a hot summer. And this top was £4 and also made in Bangladesh. I got this jumpsuit. So basically I'm really just trying to manifest for the summer because I don't have many summer clothes. So I just thought maybe if I buy some, the summer will come to me. Anyway, this jumpsuit was £7 and made in India. These trousers, which I really love, were £15 and from Vietnam. And this top, which I thought was really nice, and again, quite summery, was £8 reduced down to £5 and also made in Vietnam. I also got this hat, which is from the Primark Cares range and is made out of recycled plastic. It was £2.50, but it's made in China. Overall, I spent £46.50 in Primark, and the garments came from a range of developing countries. And this has been your insight into fast fashion.